Well, Rasmus Højlund, transfer request in. He wants out of the club of Atalanta. Though it's a tier 2 journalist, but I think he is really getting it from a reliable source, as I know him is gonna hate to reveal to us certain stories that have been really good and were really on point as far as it stands. Welcome to United Matters channel. How are you guys, and where you're watching us from? Smash the like button, comment and share. Don't forget to subscribe. And guys, we are talking Erik ten Hag video calling Højlund very many times, and has it been the reason as to why he's gonna hate to put in a transfer request that he wants out this summer? That's what we're going to dissect a little bit about it. Bissaka has gone ahead and revealed to us what exactly Ten Hag demands from him and why he's gone ahead to overtake Diego Dalot as the first choice right back for the club of Manchester United. And lastly, Erik ten Hag has been hailed by Pep Guardiola. Obviously, it shows you the respect we're going to have to get as a manager by having one of the best managers in the world, that is Erik ten Hag. Then Pep Guardiola is also going to have to really talk about Casemiro and what he thinks about him. So it's going to be a very exciting episode of a story that you guys are really going to enjoy. Sit down, relax, and float. Get hold of your phone, iPad, smart TV, laptop, and let's set off like a bush on a wildfire. Right now, Rasmus Højlund, 20 years of age, has found himself in a situation of really telling Atalanta that I want to leave. They want £55 million. United's preferred plan is to sign 2 strikers this summer. That is Grammy Bailey. He's a transfer correspondent for the 90-minute football, and obviously it's really a second tier source. And you know, most of these transfers that we bring to you first get put out by third, fourth, and second tier journalists. Then the likes of Fabrizio Romano, David Austin coming through and obviously confirm that it's supposed to be like that as far as it's concerned. Now, again, Samuel Lucas today has confirmed to us that Man United manager Erik ten Hag has held multiple video calls with Atalanta striker Rasmus Højlund. Now, when you hear Ten Hag really making lots of video calls to Rasmus Højlund, and Højlund submitting in a transfer request, telling them that I really want to leave, let me go this season or this summer, it shows you that who is acting as the fire. It's Erik ten Hag. And what is the smoke? The smoke is Rasmus Højlund going all out and informing the club that he wants out. So, looks like Man United are really a preferred destination for the player, and Ten Hag is going to hate to show him the preferred plan on how he's going to fit into his team. To me, I would like Højlund at Manchester United. First reason, he's a young striker. He can come in through and act as a second striker at Man United. You know, with Anton Martial's injuries unceasingly stopping our season from where it's supposed to be, Rasmus Højlund will come in through and obviously cover that role. I understand for Anton Martial it's going to be hard to sell him. 1, he's an injury-prone player. 2, he has found himself in a situation of really earning a huge salary, close to £250,000 a week. He might be wanting to even run his contract down because he signed his contract until 2024, I think with an option of 1 year. That's it. He signed it in 2020, and I think by then he was 23 years of age, 24 years of age. That's when he put pen to paper on that contract. But to me, that is background noise. All I want is Rasmus Højlund with another top striker. Maybe Victor Osimhen, Goncalo Ramos, Dusan Vlahovic. Right, if we can get them those plus him, then that will be something great. Though it's said that United are so much into Harry Kane, and Ten Hag is sold on a move to really land the deal of Harry Kane and bring him to Manchester United. Though Spurs are really looking a very hard team to really sell the player to Man United, and Real Madrid, the latest, has gone ahead to come in through and obviously pick interest in Harry Kane, and let's wait and see how things are really going to go. For me, if at all Harry Kane goes to Real Madrid, that will be a blessing disguised for Manchester United, because we'll finally go for strikers like Goncalo Ramos, Dusan Vlahovic, or Victor Osimhen. That's it. So I really understand that it's really a very huge factor that is going to really determine on who is going to be our top world striker. But Rasmus Højlund, United are so much interested in him. Now, when you look at our budget, you ask yourself, how are we going to go ahead and finance all these deals? Because if you are to talk about the 4 important players that Ten Hag is really wanting, and we have to value them according to their realistic valuation, they might exceed 200 million pounds. One, the centre forward, 100 million pounds. Kim Min-jae, 50-45, let's count 50 million pounds. Then you go to Mason Mount, 50 million pounds. That's 200 million pounds. Rasmus Højlund, 55 million pounds. That is 255 million pounds. Those are the 4 players that Ten Hag really wants. They are worth 250 or 60 million pounds. And the goalkeeper is not yet there because Jack Butland has gone ahead to agree a deal to join Rangers, meaning that we have to go on and really bring in another goalkeeper at Man United. So it comes to our know that there is nothing easy in this transfer window. We want players, but these players are really expensive, and them being expensive, they'll call for a lot of money, of which we don't anticipate us to be having. But obviously, if we are to go into next season having lots of thoughts to go on and lift the league, we need to find ourselves in a situation of backing the manager with close to 200 million pounds. So let's wait and see how that is going to pan out as far as Rasmus Højlund is concerned. But a transfer request is in. He wants out of Atalanta. He wants to be sold to Man United, and Ten Hag wants this man also to really sign with his agency, see to it that they start managing him as their agent. So it shows you that Ten Hag has gone ahead to discover this talent, and he sees a lot in the player. I've not seen him play a lot of games, but I saw him play for Denmark. That was the first time I saw him physically, leave alone these other YouTube collected clips. But the first time for me to see him physically, when he's playing a live game, it was Denmark against Kazakhstan, and Denmark against which team? So in those 2 games, he scored 5 goals. His first debut for the Danish national team, he scored a hat-trick. The second game, he scored 2 goals, and he attracted a lot of attention. And by the time he went to the internationals, to the international break, we had gotten a story in that week leading to the international break that Erik ten Hag is into Rasmus Højlund. So it shows you how good this is and how the Danish sources we are really on point that Ten Hag is interested and obsessed to get in this player, Rasmus Højlund. So let's wait and see whether we'll be having the money, because this player wants a move away from Atalanta. And trust me, even if United doesn't really sign him, there's going to be another elite team that's going to come in for him. Maybe Spurs, Chelsea, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, AC Milan, name it. Newcastle, they might go in for this boy because he's one of the deadliest strikers in the world at his age. Though he's at Atalanta and he's not getting in more chances to score, but I think he scored over the weekend. And when you look at his season that he's really having at Atalanta, it's really amazing for a 20-year-old center forward. He has gone ahead to play 31 games, 8 goals with 2 assists. Those are 10 goal involvements. And in the Coppa Italia, he played 2 games and scored 1 goal. So he has gone ahead to score 9 goals this season. But when you look at how he really does the hold-up play, how clinical he is, you really understand that there is a very huge talent in this player. That's why Ten Hag is really so much persistent onto United getting him in as a second striker. And Ten Hag has been demanding for 3 strikers, so that means he's less by 2, and he wants to bring them in as up. Now, let's leave that at that, and let's tackle something concerning Aaron Bissaka. Everyone has been asking himself, how has Aaron Bissaka been able to go on and impress Erik ten Hag to become the first choice the first choice right back of Man United? This is the answer to your very many questions that you had clinging or lingering around your mind. Bissaka has told us on Erik ten Hag via the United stand, it is intense, it's what he wants and demands from us. That's what we have to give him. we have to give 100% with him as a team. That's what we are willing to do, and that's the plan for this final push in the FA Cup finale. So he's telling us exactly what Ten Hag wants. More than 100%. 100% is not enough. That's it. And the intensity. He wants the entire team to be operating at the same level of intensity, not one player to come out and stand out, because it's now a team play. It's not an individual play. That is it. So as it stands, it's really something great that Bissaka is going to hate to be revealed to us ahead of the finale that we're playing today at Wembley. And I think you've gotten to know the first reason as to why he was going to hate to overtake Diego Dello. Then Bissaka again said about the finale that we are ready. This week we've trained hard and get the game plan right. We will go into the game with confidence. We've beaten them before, so why can't we do that again? I think Ten Hag is going to have to work upon one thing. It's the confidence of the players. All the players, even Aaron Bissaka, who rarely comes out and really speaks to the media, has come out and obviously delivered a message to the fans of Manchester United that we have trained a lot this week and they've got the game plan right. So obviously, you know that if at all these players get the game plan of Erik Ten Hag right, they have to go ahead and really cause havoc to the team of City. So all is in the hands of the players. Ten Hag has played his part because he showed us that after losing 6-3 to City, he came up at Old Trafford and got the tactics right and beat City by 2-1. That is Erik Ten Hag for you. Now, this time around, playing at a neutral ground, though we are having very many injuries, I think he's going to get the plan right. And when he gets the plan right, you know what it happens. City has limited shots on target, though they have the lion's share of the possession, but they are not so much scary as they were at Old Trafford. So let's wait and see how things are going to pan out at Wembley today as United takes on Manchester City in the FA Cup finale. Now, this is one of the things that I'm going to count as achievements for Man United. Why? Pep Guardiola has said the following about Erik Ten Hag ahead of the finale. He represents our profession in the best way possible. I can't say we are friends. We are not in touch much. But I think Manchester United have an exceptional manager for many, many years. Now, how many times have you heard Pep Guardiola issue statements of respect to the managers of Manchester United? He rarely does that because ever since he came in through, we've not gone ahead to recruit what we call a manager who commands respect and a manager who really knows the game of football. So, quality complements quality, quality respects quality. Erik Ten Hag respects Pep Guardiola, and Pep Guardiola has gone ahead to do the same to Erik Ten Hag, and he easily knows exactly what Ten Hag is all about, that we are having an exceptional manager who is going to be at the club of Manchester United for many years. Pep has spent close to 8 years at City. Now, this is the first season of Erik Ten Hag, and what Ten Hag is going to achieve in the first season, Pep never achieved it. And the next thing that Ten Hag needs to work on is his philosophy of play that he believes in, because we've been playing pragmatically most of the times, and Erik Ten Hag is a proactive manager. He wants his team to build from the back, do the tiki-taka, and obviously play what we call an entertaining set of triangles. You know, the sequences need to be kept constant, neat and clean. So that's what Ten Hag always calls in for, if at all you've been following him every day and night. So that has really gone ahead to really elate me. City manager going ahead to give Erik Ten Hag the kudos he deserves, not because he's really trying to really psych around, but it's a fact because Ten Hag is going to prove himself that he can collect 75 points, you know, at Manchester United, and has gone ahead to turn things around at the club. And lastly, he had the following to say about Casemiro. He said, I don't know him personally, but when he was in Madrid, I had info on how professional he is. I was convinced he would not come here for holidays in the last years of his career. Obviously, he might call it holidays, but Obviously, he knows how important he is for the club of Manchester United. He's a man who has always gone ahead to live by his word. And Casemiro, if he happens to really be at his best, we are going to win the game today. So that's what we had for you. Tell us your thoughts about Højlund transfer request in, Ten Hag making multiple video calls to the Danish striker, then Erik Ten Hag hailed by Pep Guardiola, Casemiro thoughts for Pep Guardiola, and lastly, what do you make about Aaron Bissaka on the demands of Erik Ten Hag? I sign out for now. See you later. Good morning. I'm out, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the Lord guide you out well.